Hey everybody, this is Alzorath, and welcome to Kindfolx. This is a deck builder roguelite with a bit of a twist. It's got an ATB system. I'm going to go and click start so we can get into the actual game, so I don't have to deal with like extremely loud audio. Unfortunately, the starting screen's audio is for some reason on a different layer than the music, so it's very, very loud. That's hopefully going to be patched day one. I'm recording this on a pre-release version, just as a heads up. So there are going to be some bugs, but they know about a good chunk of them and are fixing them for release, for the release version. So that's what we're going at. It's easier to do that as a developer than other things. I am going to make one suggestion though, and we'll show it off by talking to one of these guys. And I'm not going to nitpick through the entire thing. This is just one that gets me early on, and it got me during the tutorial. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this, and you'll see that that fills up kind of slowly. It does the little text loadout thing. That is perfectly normal. But if we click in the middle of it loading out, it just goes on to the next text thing instead of filling up the thing with what's coming through. Generally speaking, standard UI in that type of text thing, either you click to speed it up or you click to fill it out. And I would recommend them do that for this. I know, yes, it's extra clicks, which is not necessarily ideal, but in this situation, it allows the person to have more control over what is going on their screen. Just a minor nitpick and a design thing, and you can see that if you were wanting to just read that as quick as possible, you'd have to sit there and wait for it. So we're going to go on in, and we're going to go through this. I'm going to show you what it means by active turn battle and stuff like that. If you guys know early Final Fantasies, well, not early Final Fantasies, more the Super Nintendo era, they had a system called ATB. Oh, we have dialogue.
Center. Once a bustling melting pot of dreamers and civility, now, under Darlock's rule, has become a place unwelcome to those living in poverty. And for humans, punishable by death. The bootlicking monster-folk nobles run this part of town now, and they'll do whatever they can to protect this new way of life. An offensive by the resistance has rendered this once promising beacon of hope into a wasteland governed by martial law.
Yeah, we have story in this that's actually voice acted, which is kind of neat. Now, ATB. Those of you who have played Final Fantasy games on the Super Nintendo era would recognize them as basically everybody's turns charge up at the same time, and you use it whenever you feel like using it. And unfortunately, there isn't like an item menu where you can pause it on this one. You can pause it by looking at the enemies, so that's about all you can do. Welcome, I am the Adventurer Assistant, and they're going to help us go through all this stuff. They give us 2 card selections early on. Our opening option is absolutely awful there. I actually have not gotten that one. I have done a playthrough. I got to the City of Gold and died. So I'm not super familiar with all the cards possible, but I think we go for leftovers. Now, as far as like the formats on the cards, and I did not get a good one this time. As far as the formats on the cards, you have the outer border. If it's green, it's a common. If it is blue, it is rare. If it is purple, no. Sorry about that. Green is common, blue is uncommon, purple is rare. Or is it rare and then legendary? It's something like that. But purple is the rarest, green is the most common. As far as the stuff in the top left here, you see this one has a finger that points up. That means it can be played once and then it is knocked out of it. There's some cards that do it in a weird way because they basically replace themselves. And then you have the cost in the top left. You can see that it corresponds to the cost down here in the bottom left. We're going to go ahead and I don't remember. Okay. Duration of the first hand of combat. Okay. So we could do cheater. Gets us card draw early on, I guess. But starting out in battle, we have these 2 things here. And yes, the audio levels are fine now that we're in the actual game. At least they should be. But you have basically moving around, and in combat, you have energy to cast the cards in your hand. Once you're out of energy, it redraws your hand. You can force a redraw and preserve some energy by clicking on the deck and forcing a redraw of your own hand. When you also build up your discard, there's all kinds of cards that work with these various mechanics, which are all kind of handy. And I just accidentally clicked on that. To navigate, you actually click on these various objects around here. You have a mini map down here. I wish it could go into a full map. If there is a way, I have not figured it out. I have pressed a few buttons and nothing has happened.
And they say there's no such thing as free.
And yes, there's voice acting. Each combat negate the first time an enemy tries to inflict slower weak on you and restore 15 health. Sure. Free artifact is always welcome. Usually I get a combat as soon as I get out of this
Now's your
place.
chance to run.
Okay, now we are in the pre-combat stage here. I'm going to go ahead and turn down the voice acting a little bit, just because that's going to get a bit harsh. There we go. The music and all that stuff is really good. And if you're playing it not for camera, that kind of stuff is actually very well done. So we see we have a handful of enemies. We've got bunnies with mushrooms and a big cane guy. He does the triple thrust. It's just a lot of damage, and he attacks every 11 seconds with new hands, giving him 0.33 action seconds per thrust. So basically accelerates his bar whenever we get a new hand. These adds troublesome cards to your hand, gain a stack of swift, and increases dodge by 5 for all allies, and it deals a little bit of damage. So these are your debuffers. This is your big damage guy. What do we want to open up with? I'm actually not sure. I didn't get Mug this time, which makes me absolutely sad. I've gotten Mug every single, like, I had one run through that got through to gold, and then I had a test run that I screwed up, like commentary-wise, so I had to start over, and we got Mug both of those. Here's one of the odd ones. Training Spear, 20 damage, level up after 10 uses, I believe, yeah. And then it just gets increased damage if I remember correctly. We get Brace, which is basically your shield. You have various other effects that you can kind of mess around with on here. This is just a flat 75 damage. We could take out one of these bunnies. They're going to try and manipulate my cards on their turn, and they will cast Swift. This one's just going to try and get bleed and damage on us. So what we could do, and once we get into combat, I won't have time to explain as much what I'm doing, because it is hectic. I like it, but it is hectic and hard to commentate. So we're probably going to open up with dual swings and a training shield just to kind of soak some of this damage. We're still going to take damage through our shield because this guy. But, well, of course we could. No, we need to do the actual damage. So bonk, bonk, and then shield.
No more moves.
And then we do a counterattack. And we go ahead and get some guard up. And we're going to be just taking bleed out the wazoo, unfortunately.
Restock the deck.
And we are going to go with leftovers, just to get some of our health back. And counterattack. Block, just to block as much damage as we can, and get that spear out there to actually get it working for us. Now let's go ahead and just draw up. You see, we actually save some of our energy. We're just bleeding to death right now, for those of you that are wondering. We don't really have too many great things for us right now. And yeah, we can't actually use that on opening turn. Except for on opening turn. There we go. The target is a boss type. We don't actually get real benefit from that. There's not that many bosses, at least not that I've run across. 2 stacks of weak is nice, but, well, that is an AoE. It is a 3-coster, though. I think we are going to go with... We already lost, what, 81 life? I think we go with the 3 and get some damage going there. Now, we can see on the map a good bit of what's going on. The one that we want to avoid is the skull. We don't actually get to see where the traps are. You see the beefy looking figure in the distance call out to you. Yeah? Sup, brah? Got some free samps today. You're the last one on my route, so what looks good to you? I will take... Which one of these do I want? I know the bubbly one was speed, the one time I've gotten this before. We could see if that is a thing again, or I could try one of the other ones and see if it... Let's see if it stays the same. Bubbling your muscles, and yeah, it gives base dodge. It's the same thing. So, yeah. You get a benefit from it. These are just various random events on the map. For those of you familiar with roguelites, that's kind of a thing that happens. So... I probably should try a different one next time. It appears they do say the same on that one. I can't say that for all traps. Traps will vary, and we are getting a lot less encounters than I did my first time. Hi, merchant. What do you have? You have anything I want? I mean, not really. Resupply is handy for healing. But I think as far as, like, ideal builds... Repurpose scraps is not bad, but we're not going for a big deck. I think I just go... Ooh, that's expensive. No, since we don't have Mug, I'm not going to go for that just yet. We could shop there later on. Fury Strike is going to do a decent amount here. It's going to use up all of our energy, but it's going to get them knocked down a little bit. So let's go ahead and open with that. And go after the guy in the back. And get ourselves a little bit of healing.
Time to restock the deck.
And we didn't get what we wanted there. And yeah, that does not actually work on us anymore. So that gets rid of the guy in the back. We can go ahead and brace up. We can brace up some more. And now this guy's not very strong. We can look at him. He has a light strike. He deals 17 damage. So we can generally just let him do whatever he wants. And look for things that actually help us out here. Unfortunately, nothing in our deck is really great for that. I was hoping to actually get a build-up thing there, but that's fine.
No problem.
Stacks of quills, we could build towards that. I do think that there is opportunity on this character to build up a basically shield and quill setup. Quills actually do damage to attacking enemies. They're basically your thorns. Costs 100 gold to cast. Inflicts 3 stacks of slow on all enemies. Ugh. No, we don't want any of those. Deck thinning is a thing in this as well. Do I go leftovers? What do you guys have? Flies brace. So they don't have thorns opening up. But we don't have the big sweep. So let's go with... We're going to start building these up. We're going to go training shield, spear, leftovers, and another brace. And then we're going to Fury Strike, which gives us a decent amount of damage against ourselves, but we'll be fine. Now we actually have some interesting things. Keys, kind of super important. 100 damage to all enemies with 25% chance to inflict damage on yourself, so blow yourself up. I'm going to go with key. Mainly because that'll let us maybe, potentially, get access to something. This is going to be a very poor run. So I'm not going to be able to rely on shops. Oh, God. This inflicts off guard. Yeah, this is not a fun character to run across against other enemies. Increases action meter. Okay. And adds a stack when attacked. So we have to kill this thing fast if we want to do damage to it. I think opening-wise, we go for brace and brace. That'll actually block its attack. We just hold off on that. Didn't get any good defensive setups. We do have 4. But he's going to get stronger.
I missed?
No, we're just going to have to go smacky smack. Get that going. Shield. We didn't get the... I should have done the shield first. We took quite a bit of damage from that. That's a very good card. I'm really surprised we haven't seen the money one. This one is actually an okay pick. Here to try your luck. I mean, we're broke anyway, so why not? I wish you could reject this. I didn't notice anything pop up that said I could. I've never won that, funnily enough. I don't play with poor people.
You're in my way.
Okay, opener, definitely want to do that. Brace, brace, counterattack, spear. And I could choose targets, but I just want to kill that one. So we just discard all of that. Oh, we don't have any energy? What? That's a dick move. Yeah, we're going to take a lot of damage on this one.
Can't do that.
You're supposed to auto-refill us whenever we get that. Thank you very much. So get rid of the little bastards there. We are suffering from all kinds of side effects right now, which is pissing me off because we're losing energy from this. This is actually a very unpleasant encounter. We still haven't gotten what I want. This first area was not this tough. No flying zone. I mean, duh. So now we have 2 keys.
Well.
Don't need it for this, I don't think. I mean, I'll take a little bit of health. I do think the healing from those chests should be higher. Especially early on. Later on, I'm not as bothered by it. But early on, yes. Hey, guy. Been rummaging through the Monster Army's coffers and scored big. I got all I can carry, so you can have them scraps. Go on, take it. That is a 6-cost one. I am probably not going to ever be able to use that. So, yeah, I can't get anything from that. They are going to be... That one's going to be a pain in the booty. I think we get rid of that and go Training Shield.
That's gonna leave a mark. Can't do that.
I hate that. I hate that it's manipulating my on hand.
Can't do that.
What is draining my soul, by the way? Here, I'm gonna go ahead. Can I look at these while it's... I can't. That is actually... I really do wish that they had the ability to look at what's on you during... whenever you have it paused. Because that's the whole point of pausing. We're not gonna get anything from any of these. So, key it is. So what do we have next? We do have a boss fight on this map somewhere. We've explored everything else that I'm aware of. Oh, another trap. Which one's this? You'll come across a lab, come across a monster folk whose species you're not quite familiar with, seemingly in a deep conundrum. You seem like some classification of traveled barbarian. I'm working on an experiment that requires powerful artifacts. I'd be happy to reward your efforts. I have a feeling I'm gonna offer a random relic, because I didn't the first time. Mainly because I'm curious what it does. I don't want to get rid of the relic I got, but... because it actually heals me. Nice, just takes that. I really like that one. Begins emitting a small pulse. After a few moments, you barely believe what you see. Nice, Scorch, it seems like the experiment was a failure. The garage moglifier must have been faulty. Science is so exciting. Well, they gave us some money. Not impressed. Oh, yay, 12 coins. That is not worth it. Okay, as far as these characters go, this one, I think, is... that inflicts slow. This is just damage. And they are still some gold. So those guys are jerks.
Taunting my attacks.
Oh, yeah. This guy has taunt. Lovely. The animation on that is awful.
Next.
It's long. Okay, so get the shield out.
Can't do that.
Do another sweep. Rapid growth. Gain damage resistance over time. That is nice. Regen. Restore health for a duration. 20-30 damage for each stack of quills you have. I think out of these, it's either break limits or doctor's orders. I think we'll go break limits. Get some damage resistance going on there.
Move or
and I think you see the skull. As far as openers go, our deck is a little bit too fat right now. I think... oh, we just have to go after them. Well, fine. I will punch you in the face. and do a leftovers. Nope, don't have that one, and I can't do anything with it because I don't have energy. Thank you, game. I don't know why it stopped actually doing the... Whenever we're out of energy, I don't know why it hasn't just gone to auto draw. Because usually it does. It's supposed to.
Nice spoils.
There's the card I want. Mug! That is my favorite card. Okay, so we just don't want to go up from this one on the left. Ooh, chest. Yes, please. Double your soul in the next hand. No. We're a little bit hurt. The boss is to the left.
A nice change of pace.
As you can tell by the bright red glow of, hey, this is a boss.
I guess we're doing this. I missed.
Mug. Always Mug is my first pick. There it goes. Now it's actually doing that. There we go. We'll set up a counterattack. Impale seems like a good pick. Go ahead and draw again.
I'm out of moves.
And yes, we are going to take a lot of damage on this because I am an idiot. So remembering what we have left is not exactly something I'm good at.
Dang it.
But we win. 15 brace at the start of combat, or 1 to 5 stacks of quills. I'm going to go with brace. Because starting with shield will keep our life up. We're very low on life compared to how I started. I think it was over 500 the first time.
The Crystal Caverns. Oh, they're pretty all right. If you can look past getting shivved for the coin in your pocket. Originally intended to be a tourist attraction to bring wealth to the city, excavators found out the hard way that some things are better left alone. Starbats and Mama Blurballs don't take too kindly to having their territory annexed. Now, the only people that are crazy enough to survive these depths are thrill-seekers, drifters, outcasts, and they don't take too kindly to outsiders. That means you.
Oh my. And yeah, I forgot that it turns that down, otherwise I would have turned it up before that fight. That's one reason why in a lot of games I will usually recommend that they include a separate cinematic slider. What are you doing over there? I saw you throw a sword. The socks are pretty cozy though. Anyway, some supplies have arrived from home base. Just pick the one you want. So we can heal, we can remove a card, or we can gain some money. I'm going to go ahead and remove a card. Because we have some fluff that I don't particularly care about. I wish that you got resources for what you removed. But, because I would totally remove that just to get more resources. But I think that is the one we remove, just so we have a better chance of Mug on opening. So, Meteor Strike, bye. We don't really have a resource building build. Yeah, all the phrases. Yeah, we don't have a resource building setup, so there's nothing I can do with it. Okay, we're gonna go down for
my collection.
-1 max soul for increased damage by 30%. You know what? We'll go for it. We'll try it out. I see the shop over there. We don't really have enough money to go there yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and explore. Pile of coins is slightly obscured, but in a way that it looks like it may have been done so deliberately. I'm gonna go ahead and quickly stuff my pockets. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit there and mess with it forever. That does not seem like a wise idea. Cheater. What do you guys have? Tailwind. So that guy is probably my first pick. That just gets stronger as it goes, so it's probably my second pick. And then this is a healer, so it's probably my last pick. So yeah, we take you out first.
I'll put your gold to good use. No more moves.
Let's go with an
Can't
impale.
do that.
Nope, we do. Oh, we can't get enough to do an impale.
Whoops.
Oh, we actually got the high roll on that. That
Missed.
sucks. So draw, and we're just gonna mug you a bunch.
Whoops.
Yeah, he's just gonna keep curing himself, and we're gonna just keep mugging him for money. This is an endless loop that I could get behind this.
Looks like I missed.
Yeah, go ahead and heal yourself some more there, bud.
Can't do that.
Oh yeah, we only have 2 resources. That still sucks.
Time
There's us up to
restock
3.
the deck.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and kill him, so we're not sitting here the entire time doing nothing.
Can't do that.
Can we actually kill this guy?
Nice.
There we go.
spoils.
Stats effects, draw a new hand, and then triple your total brace. Your brace is reduced to 0 in 12 seconds. Discard your current hand and double the soul on your next hand. Nope, we don't have the resources to actually do that. We need some kind of plus to it, unfortunately.
What do we have here?
A treasure chest, that's what we have. I will take that, and I will take the gold. And yes, we could have just sat there, farmed that guy for gold. Which I was kind of tempted to do. I think off camera I would. Because I don't mind being cheesy like that. I know some people hate
Your
that,
chance to
but...
run.
Let's see. What are you? Stack of slow on death. That adds might. And it only adds might. Okay, so yeah, front one first, big nose guy second, and then whatever we want on the totem.
Can't do that. I'm out of moves.
Okay,
Can't
so we
do
got rid of
that.
you. Draw, thank you. So we will mug that guy. And hopefully... kill you? Yes. So we're now slowed. This is fine. Go and just build up some brace. And what we could do if I really wanted to cheese this is just sit here
No more moves.
and go for some healing if I wanted to, but I don't think we really have that to do anything with.
I should have asked.
Because we don't have the ability to spawn more healing items. Nope, nothing in there that's worthwhile for us because we don't really have a way to boost our energy. Okay, what are you? Use the target's health, bloodlust hit count goes up by 1. God, yeah, you're probably the first one we have to get rid of. You, then Bat, then Nose Guy. And, oh, we don't have enough for that. I think we go Mug, grab a new hand, and swing if we get it.
I'm out of moves.
A little bit of healing, a little bit of brace. Next one is you.
Whoops.
Ozbek does what? Oh, I can't look at my hand while I'm doing this. So get rid of you, and then you are the
Can't do
last
that.
one. Well, I'm out of energy. There's nothing else I can do, game.
Can't do that.
I hate taking this axe. I don't think this axe was a good decision.
I missed.
Okay. So we can build up resources. We can mug them.
I
Oh,
should have asked
we
for
got the high one.
directions.
Do you get another mug? I do actually want just mugs. If at all possible. Can you actually remove anything from our inventory, please? No, of course not. Doctor's order is once. I don't know how long regen lasts. Gain regen in 1 stack of off guard. I'm wagering it's only just like a couple turns. Definitely gonna heal. We don't have the resources for that anyway, so we're not gonna. Yeah, I do wish the shops offered card removal. That would make deck refining a lot more reasonable. Out of these, it taunts, so we're gonna have to take that one out first.
Looks like I missed. Can't do that.
So shield-wise, I think we go ahead and just do full-on leftovers.
Time to
Get ourselves a
restart
little
the
bit of a heal there. Impale you. We don't care about that because it's not worthwhile right now. And we mug you and beat the living tar out of you if
Can't do
possible.
that. Can't do that.
Yeah, I clicked the wrong one there.
Can't do that.
Yeah, the fact that it doesn't auto redraw now for some reason is throwing me off because I can't get into a tempo. Because back whenever I first tried this, oh, unique buff you have, that would actually be kind of handy. But I don't think we go for any of them.
I can't wait to try this out.
Upon death, restore 30 health. Yes, please. So we actually gained additional damage. Not quite where I want to be. I need more energy, sadly. You are on death. We'll call for allies on death. Calls for help of her children, and she's just going to do 22 on the opener. I think we open with Mug.
Take that. Can't do that.
Well, then just redraw whenever we can't do anything, game. That doesn't make any sense for you not to.
Feeling weak. Whoops.
Oh, you missed, you bastard. We're going to go ahead and break limits. Counterattack.
Looks like I missed.
And they are just dodging everything now, because that's my luck. Thank you.
Can't do that.
And redraw, for fuck's sake. I don't know why you're not auto-redrawing.
I missed.
Did I get an item that removed auto-redraw, or am I just being an idiot? Because it usually
A
auto-redraws.
nice change of pace.
I think I'm being an idiot. Oh, I don't have any keys. Good lord. I need keys. Well, we're not going that way. That's the boss. So we still have a few other directions to go. We have left of here a trap card. If I find another key, I need to go to that chest. Hello, how are you, friend? You see a sharply da-da-da. He's calling for assistance. The Committee for People of Darlock are giving out free gifts today. Please draw a number. I received 2 keys. Wait. That is nice. And we do have a big question mark up at the top. As far as the chest, I think it was down here. So we got
Eureka!
what I wouldn't give for that to have had healing in it. Because I think we'll get past this boss, but I think we're going to die in the gold zone. Well, we will go left. We'll check out this place. Hi, what are you doing here? Very oddly animated woman. Providing aid to members of the resistance that pass through the checkpoint. Allow me to give you my blessing. Yay! Healing, thank you. Can I have more? No, I guess I can't.
Now's your chance to run.
No more healing for me. Out of these, I think Achu is the last. I think we take the bat first. And yeah, taking that axe is like the biggest mistake.
Looks like I missed. Move or get moved.
Oh, you're not the one I want. I want the one at the bottom.
Time to restock the deck. Whoops.
And I guess I didn't attack with it.
Can't do that.
Yeah, it's just not auto redrawing, which is beyond frustrating for me. And yeah, I can't counterattack while it's drawing, which is a little bit odd. I wish it didn't do that. Because I see the card I want to use, but you actually have to sit there and wait for it.
This won't take long.
Okay, first target, definitely you. Think we start with leftovers. Then a mug.
I missed.
Go ahead and smack the crap out of that one. And then I think you are our next. Yeah, you're our next.
Can't do that.
Oh yeah, I'm out of energy because it didn't redraw.
Can't do that.
Then you are next.
Can't do that.
You're going to hear can't do that a lot until it actually just redraws
Time to
automatically
restock the
again.
deck.
Okay, break limits, sure. Do we have any other healing in our deck? I don't think we do. I think we literally just bash on this guy. I'll just be looking for mugs.
Nice spoil.
Just to get myself more money. We don't have the energy for that, unfortunately, unless I get to another one of those fights like that. And yeah, off guard increases up incoming damage. I think we grab that just as an alternate heal because we are taking so much damage. Did we not actually heal from that?
You're in my way.
Let's go for, I think we go Cheater, which gets us 2 soul and draw 2 cards. And then we impale that.
Looks like I missed.
I did that too early. Oh, she keeps getting impervious before I can actually damage her.
Time to restock the deck.
There she goes. Now she's gone. Go after this one next.
Can't do that.
Because it didn't redraw, I have to waste time. Cool. Oh, that's not the... I thought I clicked on the nose guy. Apparently I didn't.
Can't do that.
Thank you, game.
Dang it.
Yeah, we're pretty well hurt. Go with another leftovers because it's cheap and we can run it to heal. And I think that's everything in this level. We are...
Move.
Oh, no, we're not there yet. Can I draw, please? Thank you.
Can't do that.
Yeah, we're gonna die here. Can I please kill you first, then you? Nope, we're gonna die here. Because I'm not gonna be able to get enough damage in to do anything. Yep. We died. We got the Phoenix thing at least. Oh no, we die. We already used up our Phoenix thing. Great. But that is the general idea of it. I got really bad hands and really bad luck on that one. But it is kind of frantic like that, and I don't know why it stopped actually showing us, like, redrawing for us. That is not a behavior I've
This
ran
might
into
be
before.
paying off.
It was like it was thinking we had another ability in our hand that we didn't have. Because the only time I've had it not automatically redraw when out of energy was whenever we had 0-cost items in our hands. We did not have that in this case. So we unlock new cards. That's cool. If we get to level 5, we unlock the next one. And what do we get for level 4? We're not going to get to level 5 off of this one. 2 hex cards that would be added to your deck. That's a cool new artifact. We got 6 treasures. Yeah, we need a few more to get to level 5, but I enjoy that. If you guys want to see the story version of this, be sure to comment down below and make comments and stuff like that. Well, comments, likes, all that fun jazz. And say you want to see it. But otherwise, keep gaming, have fun, peace out. This has been Alzorath. I need to get good at this, but I do enjoy it, and I find it an interesting take on the deck builder aspect. I do think that there are some quality of life things that could be done to improve it, but I love the concept, and I love kind of how it's presented as well. So keep gaming, have fun, peace out. This has been Alzorath. I will see you guys next time.